They had the world at their feet, fame, talent, and millions of fans. But behind the bright lights, many teen idols faced battles too heavy for their young shoulders. Today, we remember the stars who left us too soon, their legacies, their struggles, and the tragic moments that cut their lives short. This is their story. If you remember any of these stars, leave a heart in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Kenneth Coley was born on December 7, 1937, in Manchester, England, and became one of Britain's most recognizable character actors. With a career that spanned over 6 decades, he brought depth and intensity to roles across film, television, and stage. Coley trained in the performing arts and began his career in British theatre before transitioning to television in the 1960s. His early work included guest appearances on acclaimed British series, where he quickly gained attention for his commanding presence and versatility. His international breakthrough came with his role as Admiral Pite in Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back 1980 and Return of the Jedi 1983. Unlike many characters in the franchise, Pite's story arc stood out. He survived the ruthless leadership of Darth Vader and became a fan favorite. Coley's restrained yet powerful performance turned the Admiral into a cult figure within the Star Wars universe. Beyond Star Wars, Coley delivered unforgettable performances in films such as Life of Brian, 1979, where he portrayed Jesus in Monty Python's satirical masterpiece, and in The Missionary 1982, further showcasing his range as both a serious and comedic actor. His collaborations with respected directors and actors solidified him as a dependable talent in the industry. Television audiences also remember Coley for his roles in British dramas and miniseries, where his sharp features and dignified style made him perfectly suited for historical and military characters. He possessed the rare ability to slip between genres, comedy, drama, and epic adventure with ease. Coley was known off-screen for his quiet demeanor and professionalism. While he never sought the spotlight, his work earned him admiration from colleagues and fans worldwide. Kenneth Coley passed away on September 19, 2024. At the age of 86, his career left behind an enduring legacy. With performances that continue to be celebrated by film enthusiasts and Star Wars fans alike, he will be remembered as an actor who brought gravitas and humanity to every role, no matter how large or small. Dave the Cobra Parker, born June 9, 1951, in Grenada, Mississippi, emerged as one of baseball's fiercest and most charismatic outfielders. Raised in Cincinnati, he excelled in multiple sports during high school, eventually turning his focus to baseball, where his immense talent quickly surfaced. Parker debuted with the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1973, and by the late 1970s, he had become a superstar, known for his powerful swing, rocket arm, and swagger. He claimed consecutive National League batting titles in 1977 and 1978, followed by the NL MVP award in 1978. His explosive play helped fuel the Pirates' 1979 World Series championship, and he soared to another ring with the Oakland Athletics a decade later, in 1989. Over a 19-season career, Parker played for 6 teams: Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Oakland, Milwaukee, California, and Toronto. He racked up 339 home runs, a .290 batting average, and 1,493 RBIs, earning 7 All-Star selections, 3 Gold Gloves, and 3 Silver Slugger awards. He was also the MVP of the 1979 All-Star Game, delivering a defensively spectacular performance with highlight reel throws that stunned fans. Parker was a trailblazer off the field, one of the first athletes to rock an earring and the first baseball player to command a $1 million per year contract. His larger-than-life personality, poetic quotes, and fierce competitiveness made him unforgettable in an era of legends. In 2012, Parker was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Undeterred, he and his wife turned his diagnosis into activism, establishing a foundation to raise awareness and funds for research. Though elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in December 2024, Parker passed away on June 28, 2025, at age 74, weeks before his scheduled induction ceremony. His passing left a void in the baseball community, but his legacy remains indelible, a legendary Cobra whose power, passion, and charisma defined a generation. Rick Hurst, born on January 1, 1946, in Houston, Texas, was an American actor who became a familiar face to television audiences through his many character roles. From a young age, Hurst showed an interest in performing arts, which led him to pursue theater studies. He earned both a bachelor's and master's degree in fine arts before stepping into the entertainment industry, bringing with him a strong foundation that would shape his decades-long career. Hurst's breakthrough came with the role of Deputy Cletus Hogg on the beloved series The Dukes of Hazzard. Joining the show in 1979, his portrayal of the dim-witted but lovable deputy quickly won over fans. Though his character was often used for comic relief, Hurst infused Cletus with charm and warmth, making him one of the most memorable figures in Hazzard County. He remained with the show through 1983 and reprised his role in later reunion specials, continuing to delight fans of all ages. Beyond his time on the Dukes of Hazzard, Rick Hurst made appearances in a wide variety of well-known television shows, including Happy Days, MASH*, Murder, She Wrote, Gunsmoke, and The Wonder Years. On the big screen, he played smaller but impactful roles in films such as Steel, Magnolias, and The Karate Kid Part 3. His versatility as an actor allowed him to seamlessly move between comedy and drama, always leaving a lasting impression. Hurst was also known for his warm personality off-screen. Fans often spoke about how approachable and kind he was at conventions, never failing to share stories and laughs with those who admired his work. His genuine spirit and sense of humor made him not only a respected actor, but also a cherished friend to many in the industry. Rick Hurst passed away on June 26, 2025, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 79. He is survived by his son, actor Ryan Hurst, along with his family, remembered as a talented performer and a kind-hearted man. Rick Hurst's legacy continues to bring joy to fans who grew up watching his unforgettable characters. Michael McRalphs, born March 31, 1944, in Stoke-Lacey, Herefordshire, England, was a masterful guitarist and songwriter whose influence helped define British hard rock in the 1970s. He didn't pick up the guitar until he was 18, but once he did, his blues-driven style and commitment to melody over flashy display quickly carved his place in rock history. His career began with local bands before he co-founded Mott the Hoople in 1969. With Mick behind the riffs and songwriting, the band carved out a unique sound. Their rise to fame was cemented in 1972 with All the Young Dudes, produced by David Bowie. His gift to the group not only saved their career, but created a defining anthem in 1973. Seeking a new creative direction, Mick left Mott the Hoople and co-founded Bad Company with Paul Rogers, Simon Kirke, and Boz Burrell. The group signed to Led Zeppelin's Swan Song label and immediately struck gold. Their 1974 debut album soared to No. 1, driven by Ralph's signature songwriting on hits like Can't Get Enough and Ready for Love. The band blended raw energy with soulful melodies and released a string of successful albums throughout the 70s. Mick was never one for the spotlight. His guitar work was versatile, capable of both punchy power chords and tasteful fills, and deeply respected by peers. He later toured with David Gilmour, penned music with George Harrison, and formed his own Mick Ralph's Blues Band in 2011, staying rooted in passion. After a final performance with Bad Company in October 2016 at London's O2 Arena, he suffered a stroke that left him bedridden. Though he spent his final years away from the stage, his sense of humor endured, He reportedly joked about the band's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction by asking, "Do we get free hot dogs?" Mick Ralphs passed away on June 23, 2025, aged 81, in Henley-on-Thames, surrounded by loved ones. He is remembered as a humble rock legend and exceptional guitarist and songwriter, whose work continues to inspire generations. Bobby Sherman, born July 22, 1943, in Santa Monica, California, became a defining teen idol of the late 1960s and early 1970s. With his boyish charm, full head of hair, and bright smile, he quickly captured the hearts of young fans across America. Sherman's career began when he appeared on popular music shows like Shindig, showcasing his singing and natural stage presence. He starred as Jeremy Bolt on the beloved series Here Come the Brides from 1968 to 1970, cementing his fame. Simultaneously, he launched a music career filled with catchy pop hits, most notably Little Woman, Julie, Do Y'all Love Me, Easy Come, Easy Go, and La La La, If I Had You, earning gold records and dominating the charts at the peak of his fame. Bobby's face was on magazine covers, lunchboxes, and posters, making him a cultural phenomenon known affectionately as Bubblegum Bobby. TV Guide would later rank him among the greatest teen idols of all time. Despite the glitter of show business, Sherman had a private yearning for meaningful work. After his time in the spotlight phased out, he redefined his life's purpose. Inspired by an episode of the TV show Emergency, he trained as an EMT and chose to serve his community as a certifying instructor with the LAPD and later as a reserve deputy sheriff in San Bernardino County. In March 2025, his wife shared that he had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. On June 24, 2025, at the age of 81, Bobby Sherman passed away at his home in Los Angeles, surrounded by loved ones. Even in his final days, he remained the same courageous, humorous, and light-filled soul fans admired. His wife poignantly recalled how he'd smile at fan letters and still deliver a well-timed joke. He is survived by his loving wife of nearly 3 decades, Brigitte Publon, his 2 sons, Tyler and Christopher, and 6 grandchildren. Bobby Sherman's legacy endures not just as a pop icon, but as a heartfelt example of transforming fame into service. He left behind the music, the memories, and a life that ultimately earned an even deeper meaning. Joe Marinelli was born June 15, 1952, in Brooklyn, New York, and grew up surrounded by the energy and grit of the city's diverse neighborhoods. He fell in love with performance early on, whether entertaining friends during family gatherings or taking part in school plays. His passion for acting began to shape his future. After earning a degree in theater from SUNY Purchase, Marinelli moved to Los Angeles in the mid-1970s to pursue a professional acting career. He came up through the vibrant world of regional theater, absorbing the craft under seasoned directors and sharing the stage with emerging stars. His breakthrough arrived when he landed a recurring role on a popular daytime soap drama in the late 1980s, capturing audiences with his nuanced, relatable performances. From there, Marinelli built a steadfast career as an indelible character actor. Over 4 decades, he appeared in over 100 episodes across top-tier television series, appearing in crime dramas, sitcoms, and procedural thrillers, each time bringing humanity to even the smallest roles. On the big screen, Marinelli delivered attentive, grounded performances in several major motion pictures. Whether playing the weary mentor, the compassionate neighbor, or the bristling antagonist, his characters stood out for their authenticity and depth. Directors often praised his reliability and ability to lift scenes with quiet sincerity, off-stage and off-camera. Marinelli was known for his kindness. Colleagues remember he'd always make time to mentor young actors, sharing stories, technique, and an unwavering belief in the craft. He quietly supported local theater initiatives and volunteered at acting workshops and community arts centers. Joe Marinelli passed away on July 2, 2025, in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 73, after a brief illness. He is survived by his wife of over 40 years, Carol, and their children, Daniel and Sophia. In remembering him, his family speaks of a warm husband, committed father, and dedicated artist, someone whose love of storytelling radiated through every performance. Ultimately, Marinelli's legacy isn't measured just in lines delivered or roles played, lives on in the hearts of audiences, the work of those he mentored, and the enduring craft he celebrated throughout his life. Frank Caprio's story is one of service, compassion, and a lifelong dedication to both law and community. Born on November 23, 1936, in Providence, Rhode Island, Frank grew up in a working-class Italian-American family that instilled in him strong values of humility, respect, and hard work. His father was a fruit peddler, and young Frank often helped out, learning from an early age that life's greatest lessons came not from wealth or privilege, but from kindness and perseverance. Education played a central role in shaping his future. After excelling in school, Frank pursued a career in law, earning his degree and later opening a practice that quickly gained attention for its fairness and dedication to ordinary people. But Frank's ambitions stretched beyond the courtroom. He entered public service, eventually becoming a municipal court judge in Providence. It was here that his reputation would grow far beyond the city he served. Unlike many judges, Frank Caprio brought warmth and empathy to the bench. He understood that behind every ticket, fine, or violation was a human story. Someone struggling, someone learning, someone trying to get by. This perspective guided his decisions, and soon, word spread about the judge who blended justice with humanity. His courtroom, often filled with laughter and even tears, became a place where law and compassion coexisted. Frank gained national attention through television, when clips from his court, originally part of a local program called Caught in Providence, began circulating widely. Viewers across the country and eventually the world were captivated by his unique style. Videos of Frank speaking gently to nervous defendants, cracking light-hearted jokes, or reducing fines when he recognized genuine hardship went viral. For many, Judge Caprio became a symbol of what justice should look like: firm but understanding, fair but merciful. Outside the courtroom, Frank Caprio dedicated himself to education and civic engagement. He served on boards, supported scholarships, and remained deeply connected to his Rhode Island roots. No matter how far his fame spread, he never forgot where he came from. He always emphasized gratitude toward his parents for instilling values that guided him through life. Frank's life was also defined by family. A devoted husband, father, and grandfather, he often credited his loved ones as the foundation of his strength. His children and grandchildren were a source of immense pride, and he frequently spoke about the importance of leaving behind not just professional achievements, but a legacy of kindness and love. In his later years, Frank faced health challenges, including a battle with pancreatic cancer. Even then, he remained dignified and hopeful, continuing to inspire those around him with his resilience and faith. When news of his passing came in July 2025, at the age of 88, tributes poured in from across the globe. From public officials to ordinary citizens, millions expressed gratitude for the judge who reminded the world that compassion has a place in justice. Frank Caprio's legacy endures not just in law books or television clips, but in the countless lives he touched. He showed that authority could be wielded with humanity, and that fairness was not diminished by kindness. To many, he was more than a judge. He was a teacher, a role model, and a reminder of the good that exists in public service. His life's story remains an example of how one person's empathy can ripple outwards, leaving behind a legacy of hope. Frank Caprio will always be remembered as the people's judge, a man whose heart was as great as his wisdom. Michaela Raines was born on March 5, 1995, in Burnsville, Minnesota. Growing up in Lakeville, she developed a deep love for animals early on, inspired by her mother, a fellow wildlife advocate. At just 15, Michaela began bottle-feeding foxes and knew she had found her calling by age 20. She had founded Save a Fox Rescue, a nonprofit dedicated to rescuing foxes from fur farms and embracing those rejected as pets. Armed with animal rehabilitation training and a compassionate spirit, Michaela transformed a modest sanctuary into the largest fox rescue in the United States, expanding operations from Minnesota to Florida. Michaela was a social media pioneer in animal welfare. Through her YouTube channel and Instagram, she introduced millions to the lives and personalities of foxes like Esme and Mala, the playful lesbian goth foxes, and Finnegan and Dixie, who captured hearts worldwide. Her videos filled with empathy and raw emotion helped her amass over 2.4 million YouTube subscribers and hundreds of thousands of followers. Yet, behind the compassion and viral videos, Michaela struggled privately, diagnosed with autism, depression, and borderline personality disorder. Her incredible empathy came with profound emotional sensitivity. Online bullying from harsh critics, and even individuals she considered friends, took a heavy toll. On June 20, 2025, Michaela took her own life at the sanctuary she built, just days before her 30th birthday. Her husband, Ethan, shared the heartbreaking news, revealing how he attempted resuscitation before paramedics arrived. She is survived by Ethan, their young daughter, Freya, and her mother. Michaela's legacy is a testament to dedication and empathy. Her work physically saved animals and emotionally nourished countless souls who watched her journey unfold. In her memory, those she inspired continue her mission of compassion and hope. Though she is gone, Michaela Raines's work and spirit remain enduring reminders that one person's passion can truly change lives. Jack Betts, born April 11, 1929, in Jersey City, New Jersey, was an enduring figure in American acting, whose 6-decade-spanning career took him from Broadway stages to spaghetti westerns and blockbuster films. As a child, his family moved to Miami when he was 10, and a young Betts found himself captivated by the magic of film, forever changed by seeing Laurence Olivier in Wuthering Heights. After studying theater at the University of Miami, and later earning a place at the Actors Studio, Betts stepped onto Broadway in 1953 in Richard III. Television quickly came calling. He portrayed Chris Devlin in Checkmate and later Dr. Ken Martin in General Hospital. His presence grew, and he became a familiar face in soap operas, dramas, and iconic detective series like Perry Mason. Betts adopted the alias Hunt Powers when transitioning into spaghetti westerns, starring in films such as Sugar Colt and other Italian productions that honed his rugged charisma. He wasn't aiming for hero worship. His authentic performances resonated deeply across Europe. Even if they didn't always register in the US yet, one of his most indelible roles came much later. Henry Bolkin in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2002, where his line "You're out" Norman cemented him as an unexpected cult favorite. Television roles continued to flow: Seinfeld, Friends, Frasier, Everybody Loves Raymond, Power Rangers, Monk, Good Trouble, showcasing his ability to slip into any character with ease. Off-screen, Betts was beloved for his mentorship, a longtime close friend of actress Doris Roberts. He often supported and encouraged young actors at the Beverly Hills Playhouse, where his spirit and guidance were cherished. On June 19, 2025, Jack Betts passed away peacefully in his sleep at his home in Los Osos, California, at the age of 96. He is survived by his sister and loved ones, and remembered as a dedicated artist whose warmth and talent spanned generations. His legacy is not built only on roles played, but on the humanity and passion he brought to every stage, screen, and scene. Gaylord Sartain, born September 18, 1943, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, was a multifaceted artist whose career spanned acting, comedy, and illustration. Raised in Tulsa, he attended Will Rogers High School and later the University of Tulsa, where he earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. Sartain's entry into the entertainment industry began in his hometown, where he worked as a cameraman at a local television station. This role led to his creation of the late-night comedy show, The Uncanny Film Festival, and Camp Meeting, where he performed as the eccentric character, Dr. Mazeppa. This innovative program, which ran from 1970 to 1973, featured avant-garde comedy sketches and was a precursor to his later success. In 1972, Sartain joined the cast of the country music variety show Hee Haw, where he became known for his comedic portrayals of characters like Orville, the cook at Lulu's Truck Stop, and the bumbling clerk Maynard at Gordy's General Store. His work on Hee Haw solidified his status as a beloved figure in American television. Beyond television, Sartain appeared in numerous films, including The Buddy Holly Story 1978, The Jerk 1979, Mississippi Burning 1988, Fried Green Tomatoes 1991, and The Replacements 2000. He also collaborated with Jim Varney in several films featuring the character Ernest P. Worrell, and appeared in the short-lived series Hey Vern, It's Ernest. In addition to his acting career, Sartain was an accomplished illustrator, contributing to various magazines and creating album covers for artists like Leon Russell. Sartain passed away on June 19, 2025, in his hometown of Tulsa, Oklahoma, at the age of 81. He is survived by his wife of 36 years, Mary Jo Sartain, their 3 children, and several grandchildren. Lynn Hamilton, born Alzenia Lynn Hamilton, on April 25, 1930, in Yazoo City, Mississippi, was a trailblazing actress whose career spanned over 5 decades. Raised in Chicago Heights, Illinois, she honed her craft at Bloom High School and studied at the Goodman Theater before making her Broadway debut in 1959 with Only in America. She also performed off-Broadway and with the New York Shakespeare Festival. Hamilton's television career began with appearances on series such as Gunsmoke and Room 222. She gained national recognition for her role as Donna Harris, Fred Simpson's girlfriend and later fiancée, on the sitcom Sanford and Son from 1972 to 1977. Her portrayal of Donna, a nurse who often took care of Fred, was considered one of her most popular roles. In addition to her work on Sanford and Son, Hamilton had a recurring role as Verdi Grant Foster on The Waltons from 1973 to 1981. She also portrayed cousin Georgia Anderson in Roots, The Next Generations, and appeared in numerous other television series, including Good Times, 227, Dangerous Women, Generations, Port Charles, The Golden Girls, Gunsmoke, and Barnaby Jones. Hamilton's film credits include Shadows 1959, Brother John 1971, Buck and the Preacher 1972, Lady Sings the Blues 1972, Lead Belly 1976, The Jesse Owens Story 1984, Legal Eagles 1986, The Vanishing 1993, and Bia, A Black Woman Speaks 2003. Hamilton was married to poet and playwright Frank S. Jenkins for 49 years, from November 1964 until his death in August 2014. She passed away at her home in Chicago on June 19, 2025, at the age of 95. Lou Christie, born Luigi Alfredo Giovanni Sacco, on February 19, 1943, in Glen Willard, Pennsylvania, was a distinctive voice in 1960s pop music. Growing up in suburban Pittsburgh, he studied music and voice during high school, serving as student, conductor of the choir and performing solos at concerts. At age 15, he met Twyla Herbert, a classically trained musician, who became his lifelong songwriting partner. Together, they wrote nearly all of his hit songs. Christie began his professional career in the early 1960s, recording several singles and performing with vocal groups. His breakthrough came in 1962 with the release of The Gypsy Cried, a song co-written with Herbert. The track became a regional hit in Pittsburgh and eventually reached the Billboard charts, establishing Christie as a rising star in 1966. Christie achieved his most significant success with Lightning Strikes, which soared to No. 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song's dramatic arrangement and Christie's powerful falsetto made it an iconic pop anthem of the era. He continued to release popular singles, including Two Faces Have I and Rhapsody in the Rain, the latter of which sparked controversy due to its suggestive lyrics, demonstrating his willingness to push musical boundaries. After a brief hiatus, Christie returned in the late 1960s and continued performing and recording music through the decades. He remained active on the oldies circuit and released new material well into the 2010s. Christie passed away on June 17, 2025. At the age of 82, he is remembered as a singer with a truly unique voice, a masterful songwriter, and a performer whose music continues to resonate with generations. His contributions to pop music in the 1960s left an enduring mark, and his songs remain timeless classics that celebrate the power of melody, emotion, and creativity. Anne Burrell, born September 21, 1969, in Cazenovia, New York, was a dynamic force in the culinary world, known for her vibrant personality, signature platinum hair, and unwavering passion for teaching. Raised in upstate New York, she developed an early interest in cooking, inspired by her mother's home-cooked meals and the culinary demonstrations of Julia Child. After earning a degree in English and Communications from Canisius College, Burrell pursued her culinary dreams at the Culinary Institute of America. Graduating in 1996, she further honed her skills at the Italian Culinary Institute for Foreigners in Italy. Immersing herself in authentic Italian cuisine, Burrell's professional journey began in New York City, where she worked at esteemed restaurants such as Felidia, under the mentorship of Chef Lydia Ba. Her big break came in 2005, when she joined Mario Batali as a sous chef on the Food Network's Iron Chef America, showcasing her culinary expertise and charismatic presence. In 2008, Burrell launched her own Food Network series, Secrets of a Restaurant Chef, where she demystified restaurant techniques for home cooks. She later became the host of Worst Cooks in America, guiding culinary novices through transformative cooking challenges. Beyond television, Burrell authored cookbooks, opened a Brooklyn restaurant, and was a dedicated instructor at the Institute of Culinary Education, inspiring the next generation of chefs. Anne Burrell passed away on June 17, 2025, at the age of 55. She is survived by her husband, Stuart Claxton, and their family. Her legacy endures through her contributions to the culinary arts, her mentorship, and her infectious enthusiasm for cooking. Joanna Jo Bacon, born April 12, 1953, in London, England, was a celebrated British actress whose career spanned stage, television, and film. Raised in a family that valued the arts, she discovered her love for performance at a young age and pursued acting training at a local performing arts institute. Her early dedication led her to join the Harlow Theatre Company in 1978, where she quickly gained recognition for her compelling stage presence and versatility. On stage, Bacon took on diverse roles that showcased her range, including Portia in The Merchant of Venice, Maddie in Dirty Linen, and Beverly in Abigail's Party. Her performances were known for their depth, wit, and emotional authenticity, earning admiration from audiences and colleagues alike. Transitioning to screen, Joanna appeared in numerous British television series, including EastEnders, Casualty, and Holby City. She became internationally recognized for her role as the mother of a central character in the 2003 film Love Actually, where her warmth and humor brought a memorable charm to the ensemble cast. In later years, she continued to captivate audiences, with roles in series like Breeders and Moonflower Murders, demonstrating her enduring talent and adaptability. Beyond her professional life, Bacon was known for her kindness, mentorship, and dedication to supporting young actors. Colleagues often described her as generous, insightful, and endlessly passionate about her craft. Joanna Jo Bacon passed away on June 14, 2025, at the age of 72, after a brief illness. She is survived by her family, who remember her as a devoted mother and loving friend. Her legacy endures through her performances, which continue to inspire audiences, and through the countless actors she influenced. Her remarkable career and unwavering dedication to the arts ensure that her impact on British theatre and screen will not be forgotten. Lauren Rutch was a visionary television executive and beloved HGTV personality, known for his creativity, charisma, and infectious enthusiasm. Born in 1970, he began his career in television production, working behind the scenes on various shows. Before joining HGTV in 2008, his sharp eye for talent and storytelling quickly propelled him through the ranks, eventually overseeing the network's content as head of programming. Rutch played a pivotal role in developing and producing some of HGTV's most popular series, bringing innovative concepts to life and ensuring each show connected with audiences. In 2021, he co-hosted the series House Party, where his warmth and genuine passion for home renovation shone through, endearing him to fans and colleagues alike. Beyond his on-screen presence, Lauren was known for mentoring and uplifting those around him. Colleagues admired his integrity, dedication, and collaborative spirit. He was committed to fostering creativity, making every team member feel valued and inspired. Rutch's impact extended far beyond ratings and awards. He shaped the landscape of lifestyle television, leaving an enduring legacy that influenced both viewers and industry professionals. He combined professionalism with heart, ensuring that every project reflected both quality and humanity. Tragically, Lauren Rutch passed away on June 12, 2025, at the age of 55, following a brief battle with acute illness. He is remembered as a devoted husband, mentor, and friend whose passion for storytelling and television continues to inspire. His contributions to the world of entertainment and the countless lives he touched ensure that his spirit and work will not be forgotten. Betsy Gay, born as Elizabeth Ann Gunst on February 2, 1929, in Waterford, Connecticut, was an American child actress, singer, and yodeler, celebrated for her early film career and musical talents. Raised by entertainer parents who ran a music school, Betsy was surrounded by musical instruments from a young age: banjos, pianos, guitars, and more, sparking her lifelong passion for performance. Her break into show business came in her childhood, when she joined the beloved Our Gang film series, later known as The Little Rascals, playing Effie, the sweet-natured girlfriend of Alfalfa. She appeared in numerous shorts, including Our Gang Follies of 1938, Came the Brawn, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and Mystery Plane. By the time she left acting at age 13, in the early 1940s, she had participated in over 40 films. As her acting roles wound down, Betsy turned to music, and what a turn it was! She became an acclaimed yodeler, winning the California State Yodeling Championship 2 years in a row in the mid-1940s. Her performances with groups like Stuart Hamblin's Lucky Stars and appearances on radio shows showcased her vocal range and genuine warmth. She recorded music under major labels like Capitol and Decca, and appeared alongside country legends such as Johnny Cash on television programs. In 1954, Betsy married Thomas Cassian, and together they had 5 children: twins, Mimi and Gigi, Tommy, Susie, and Kathy. Despite stepping away from the spotlight, she always remained connected with her Our Gang roots, and even attended the final cast reunion in 2014. demonstrating the bond she maintained with her early career legacy. Betsy Gay passed away peacefully on June